Autumn on the farm. The leaves were changing, the sheep were grazing. One by one they fell off the trees to the ground, yet the ground was so dry from the extended drought of the summer. A lot of the leaves were just turning brown and falling. Here and there was patches of beauty, patches of orange and of yellows mixed in with the greens, all while the dust of the ground blew around in the wind. We really needed some rain. Even the maples, that were once fiery red in the fall, were now just dim colors and dying. Gardening season was coming to an end. Everything was drying up as fall settled in. The okra was producing less. The green beans were giving up on the vine. And the sunflowers were done for the season, except for a few that still held on and the bees cherished. And finally, the rains came. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained some more. Rain unlike we had had for months. And the pond filled up again, and the sun shone bright, and everything just looked new and happy. The blue skies, and the trees, and the grass began to turn green again. And Maud enjoyed an autumn snack. Then after the rain, colder weather started to come in, and it was time to put straw in the chicken coops. And the chickens loved to dig through the straw. And you know winter's getting close when the yearly delivery of hay comes. And the animals know that the grass is about to be gone for the year. And once again, the rains came and began to wash away all the algae that grew during the heat. The newly built well was happy to be filled up with fresh rainwater. And even the old spring began to flow once again. The rain had become such a welcome sight that I walked around the farm. I enjoyed the old walls that were built many, many years ago. I noticed the berries growing on the trees. And the firewood had been delivered, but it still needed stacked. And down in the woods, where the old creek bed was dry, I admired all the fallen leaves and the giant old trees that had grown along its banks for longer than I even know. The old oak tree has seen many falls come and go. As well as the old farmhouse. And you know, this fall, I learned something. That just like the rain, we prayed and prayed for it, and it didn't come at the time that we asked, and we waited and waited. But at the right time, the rains came, and it watered the land again, and it was perfect timing. And I learned that that's how it is in our lives. That we pray and we pray and we wait, and we wonder why things aren't being answered in our time. But when they are answered in God's time, it's perfect and it's beautiful. Just like autumn on the farm. And so, now it's time to stack the firewood, make sure all the animal shelters are ready, put away all the gardening tools, the lawnmowers, and prepare for the coming months of winter and for those first snowflakes to fall. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the blessing of this beautiful autumn.